Mike Garafolo or something, who works for NFL Network, just went on television and said, hey, I just talked to the Niners. They say they're not that interested in Matthew Stafford. They say they really like Jimmy Garoppolo. They talk about how much they like Jimmy. What's going on? Well, first of all, it's important to remember that the Niners said they were never going to trade DeForest Buckner until they did. So does this mean that the trade is off between the Niners and Lions? No, this is posturing. What I believe this means is the Lions want too much and the Niners are holding firm. Good for them. Good for them. Because they shouldn't just give Detroit whatever they want for Matthew Stafford. He's not that great. He's an improvement over Jimmy Garoppolo, but he's not a franchise quarterback. I mean, I guess he is, but he's not a franchise quarterback for a team that's going anywhere. He's a nice upgrade. He's a great bridge quarterback. But if you get Matthew Stafford, you still need to draft a quarterback. You don't want to give him an extension for $35 million a year. I don't think he's worth the 12th pick in this upcoming draft. I don't think he's worth any first-round picks. The Lions don't even want him. He doesn't want to be there. They're trying to move on. They would rather get rid of his contract and draft a quarterback than move forward with him. Fine, you don't get a first-round pick for a guy like that. So to me, what's happening, I'm guessing, the Lions are holding firm now because they don't have to make a deal until mid-March and saying, we want a first-round pick. And the Niners are saying, you're crazy. We're not giving you a first-round pick. And now you're hearing things like, oh, the Rams might be interested. The Rams don't have first-round picks. I still believe the Niners, as I reported a few days ago, the Niners have the inside edge to Matthew Stafford if they want him. If they want him. And they're right. If it's at this price, if Detroit's going to hold firm for a first-round pick, you know what? Just keep Matthew Stafford. Have fun. Go be 7-9 next year, 6-10. Do that. I admire what the Niners are doing. Just because word has gotten out that things got pretty close, that doesn't mean they have to go through with it and give Detroit whatever they want. Are you kidding? No. Now you wait. Because if Detroit wants to, I mean, who else are they going to go to? There's a reason the Niners have the inside edge. They could go to the Colts. The Colts pick late. The Colts don't have good picks. They could go to the Rams. The Rams have no picks. So, as I mentioned yesterday, the Niners, terrible poker face. The fact that they made it pretty clear that they, A, don't like Jimmy Garoppolo, and B, would love Matthew Stafford. It's pretty clear. They put themselves in the situation where Jimmy now has no trade value, and the Lions think Matthew Stafford has a ton of trade value. Everyone's expecting the Niners to cut Jimmy Garoppolo, and the Lions are now expecting the Niners to hand over whatever they want for him. That's the worst position you can be in. The Niners have to get out of that position. It's like in a UFC fight. They got the rear naked choke on them. You got to get out of that position by any means necessary. And they did. They said, no, I don't know who said we like Stafford? Us? No, absolutely not. And we love Jimmy G. Are you kidding? We're going to give him one more chance. That's all they can really say to try to correct this imbalance that has Detroit. It's given Detroit some leverage where they have none. Detroit has no leverage here. The Niners have leverage. If it suits them, they can move off Jimmy Garoppolo for Matthew Stafford. If not, just draft a quarterback or get another quarterback. Like half of the quarterbacks starters in the league are available this year. The only quarterback who isn't available this year is Patrick Mahomes. Everyone else seems like you could get him. And Matthew Stafford is like what? The 9th best quarterback in the league on a good day? The 11th best quarterback in the league? Nah. There's other guys. There are other fish in the sea. I really admire what the Niners are doing. They're trying to play some poker here. They're trying to pump up Jimmy Garoppolo's trade value. They don't want to cut him. I wouldn't want to cut him either. You want to trade him for something. You don't want to give Detroit whatever they want for Matthew Stafford. Good going, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch. I don't think it's going to work, though. I think everyone's going to call your bluff on this one. And your bluff here is, do you really want to play another season with Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Because if you bring him back next year and he gets hurt again, you can't use the Jimmy Garoppolo excuse anymore. You used that one already. You only get to use it once. Now, why the Niners probably are reticent here, why they might balk a little bit at Matthew Stafford, think worst case scenario here, okay? They trade a first-round pick for Matthew Stafford. Jimmy Garoppolo gets cut because the Niners there's no trade market for him. They just say, you know what, let's just get Jimmy Garoppolo off the books, bring in Stafford, call it an upgrade, and see what happens. Worst case scenario, Stafford gets injured like Garoppolo did. And everyone realizes, you know what? Maybe it wasn't Garoppolo's fault. Maybe it really was a bad offensive line. And then Garoppolo goes back to the Patriots, who do a terrific job of protecting quarterbacks. And he wins again and goes to the playoffs. And Stafford goes 8-8 or misses 4 games. That's the worst case scenario. Now, even though Niner fans were cheering you on and saying, get Stafford, we hate Jimmy G. When that happens, Niner fans are going to say, you're stupid. No, we told you not to do it. They're going to turn on you real fast. So that's why I think that could happen. It's not, again, like I said, Matthew Stafford is not some like franchise savior. Just having him on your team doesn't guarantee 9-10 wins. It really doesn't. He's had injury issues too. He has a bad back. Niners tried that with D Ford. It's going to be 33. I'm 30. I'll tell you right now, I feel old, extremely old. You're trading for someone who's a month younger than me. It's scary. I wouldn't trade a first-round pick for me. Would you trade a first-round pick for me? Hell no. Look at me. I look terrible. Hairline's receding. Got bags under my eyes. I'm drinking coffee at 10:06 in the morning. I mean, it's disgusting. 33. This is your – no. Okay, so let's take some questions. I'm just saying it doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but it's starting to look like Detroit is overplaying its hand and saying we want X, Y, making demands, and the Niners are like, I'm sorry. We're doing you a favor here. We're taking this contract off your hands. We're doing you a favor. If you want to act like you want these first-round picks, then good luck. Go get them from someone else. We're not suckers. Good for the Niners. Hold firm. You don't need Stafford that much. The real superstar plays for Florida. His name is Kyle. That's the real guy. All right. Okay. I know everyone just tuned out with that one. Okay. Let me put the link in the description and then in the chat box, and we'll start talking about some of that football. Okay. It's in the description now, and now it's going to be in the chat box. Boom. All right. Okay. We can talk. I just wanted to get that out of the way. That's exactly how I feel about it. This is a negotiation. The Lions, I think, are pressing a little too hard. I think they look at the Niners as their only real suitor, and they're trying to get more out of them. And the Niners are like, wait a second. Are we bargaining against are we negotiating against ourselves here? Because we need to do that.